Hey you guys, Dr. Jen here. I'm coming to you from a beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest. I've stepped out of the office, come to a park to enjoy some of this sunshine and to talk to you. I wanted to field a question that came my way recently, and that question is, who is the ketogenic diet not good for? I have a few answers to that, and there are caveats to all of them. The first category of people that I'm careful with when recommending or discussing the ketogenic diet are going to be those with an autoimmune condition. It doesn't mean that if you have an autoimmune condition that the ketogenic diet is an absolute bad idea for you. It means that you have to enter it with care, and I highly recommend doing that with a trained medical professional who understands autoimmune disease and understands the diet. If you have an autoimmune condition and you are in the midst of a flare, the last thing I want to do is add any stress to your system by causing drastic metabolic changes. There may be a better time for us to do it. With all of my patients, but especially those with autoimmune conditions, I want to lay the groundwork, make sure they are in a very stable, healthy place before we go making any big changes. The second category of people that I am careful with are those who come from a cultural background where carbohydrates are very much part of their meals and their experience with the others around them. This is different, by the way, from individuals who do not share that cultural component, but they have less than supportive family members around them. That's a different conversation about how to get people on board or to understand what you're doing. The cultural thing can bring a level of stress into one's life that I'm not sure outweighs the benefit if there's that much stress put on the body, mental and emotional stress. So again, a conversation that I like to have. The next category of people that I'm careful with, though we need more research, are those who do not metabolize fat properly. They have a certain genotype, which is called APO-A4, where I'm really careful with them. And so I'd like to see more research on that before I feel better about recommending the diet. I know there are people out there that would argue that, and there's a little bit of research behind that, but I feel like we need more. The last category of people that I'm very careful with recommending the ketogenic diet are those who have a history of disordered eating. Now, this is another area that is debatable. There are people out there such as Leanne Vogel, who has a wonderful podcast and a book on it. She has a history of disordered eating herself, and she's doing fantastic on the ketogenic diet, and I think many people could do the same. However, it is restricting, and I mean, you do have to restrict carbohydrate, and if you are still struggling with an eating disorder or that is triggering for you, I'm going to be very, very careful. So again, mental health above all here. So those are kind of the first few things that came to mind when I was asked this question. If there are any others that you have thought of yourself, please send them my way. I may have forgotten. But other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day and that it's sunny wherever you are, and thanks for being here.